So we're here to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters, the surprise hit, the movie that I given two thumbs up to. Walking into this thinking this ain't gonna be all that good, you know, and it's not because I'm a guy that wants to hate on everything. I actually like K-pop. It's one of my guilty secrets. It's not so much a secret anymore. And so I watched this just to see, how authentic it was going to be, how the music was going to be, how the animation was going to be, how each character was going to be portrayed and how they're going to be a little bit different. And, trying to figure out which one was my favorite. I still don't know. Um, but big hit, indie movie too, Locke. This was an indie movie. This took 9 years to make.
Yeah, it was Sony Animation that was
Right. The same people
I
that
couldn't believe.
did Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Yep, yep.
Spider-Verse movie. So what a great job they did. And of course, everyone's wondering now, and I assume the people out there that you have seen it, is there going to be a sequel?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Would you watch it part 2?
I think I watched part 2.
Yeah.
My wife liked it.
Yeah.
Right?
What about
Yeah.
what about your daughter?
She hasn't seen it yet.
'Cause one would think that that is the demographic that really is aiming towards, right?
Yeah, that definitely for sure.
Because I'm watching this movie, dude, and I'm like, I gotta somehow tap into this,
Right.
for the comics, and which I'm trying to do with my Blackpink videos. I'm tagging my Nyobi stuff at the end, like, hey, she's a K-pop star too, J-pop actually. K-pop Demon Hunters, the animated musical fantasy that exploded on Netflix just a few days ago, maybe a week or two ago, June 20th, has quickly become the global sensation. With its unique blend of K-pop energy, supernatural action, and emotional storytelling, fans everywhere are asking, will there be a K-pop Demon Hunters 2? Is there a sequel on the way? And here's everything, Locke, that you and I, that the world, Locke, needs to know, including official hints, fan demand, and what a sequel could look like. So, as of June 20th, Sony Pictures has not officially announced anything regarding a sequel. However, all signs point to a sequel being highly likely because there was a cliffhanger ending. The movie closes with, and spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert. If you're watching this video, you're watching live or you're watching the re-upload of this, you got 5 seconds to dodge out. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The movie closes with several unresolved storylines. Rumi's journey of self-acceptance, her complicated relationship with her adopted mother, Celine, the fate of Jinyu, the hormone barrier is restored but not permanently, leaving the door open for new threats and further adventures. I would agree with all that. Yeah. Creator and cast hints. In interviews, director Maggie Kane and Chris Apollons, I'm butchering that one.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, has tested that there are so many side stories and ideas left to explore, which could easily shape a further sequel or even a series. So here's the thing. When I first heard of this, I thought this was a series. I didn't understand that it was a movie, right? Which actually made it easier for me to watch because, like, oh, okay, I can do this in one shot, And so I'm glad it was a movie, but really when I look at it, this really should be a series. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it really should. It was great. Fan demand. Social media is flooded with calls for a sequel, with fans demanding more of Rumi and Celine's story, a deeper dive into the lore, and a closer look at Jinyu's fate. The film's ending feels more like a setup for a franchise than a standalone conclusion. Absolutely. Would you agree with that, Locke?
Yeah,
Like as an artist, Locke, do you think now you're going to get lots of people asking for commissions of these characters?
Not for me. My style is very scratchy kind of line kind of stuff. I will see it at cons. Somebody will come up right now.
Well, there's going to be all kinds of people cosplaying these characters. First of all, that's happening hands down.
Right off the bat.
Right
off the bat. Yeah, because they're easy to cosplay, the characters wise anyways, because they're just basically, K-pop girls, right? Most of these, the wigs, the hair, and all that stuff is widely available now on Amazon.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
right? It's not like something they have to create like some elaborate, the paint for the demon. Well, should I say the demons or
Yeah,
the?
yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah,
we gave a spoiler warning, right?
yeah,
So,
right. The demon stuff was just I like that. Child, the idea of hiding your inner self, your true beauty kind of thing was
right.
that it being that she's being demon and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So it was kind of cool, right?
yeah.
So I mean, it's got all the hit points of
Well, here's what I was wondering, right? And this isn't to dive too deep because we will do a full review of this show, me and Pete and Locke, if he wants to take part. Is at the end when we see the main character, Rumi, she doesn't have the pattern on her anymore. So what happened to the pattern? I thought this was all about accepting herself as herself, which would mean accepting those patterns, essentially tattoo like markings on her body.
That's right.
But they were
I don't
gone.
know. This is where I was. This is
You,
where I kind of blacked out.
you blacked out. Okay. So again, I think it deserves a sequel. I think it should just go into a series or both, right? Like do a sequel and then do like an 8-part episode series or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see Sony doing that, guaranteed. That will.
Oh,
That will
they'd
get.
be dumb if they didn't.
That's right.
I mean, you'd be if this was a one and done and they don't capitalize on this. And come on now, this is a corporate world. Of course, they're going to capitalize on this.
Yep.
This will be a thing for the next 2 or 3 years. And not only that, I think this movie is going to help catapult K-pop even further because there are going to be people who never fucking listened to K-pop before who are going to watch this movie and they're going to fall in love with it, dude.
I see this. What's her name from Blackpink who has her own comic?
Lalisa.
Lalisa. I see this is going to be a tie-in of somehow.
That'd be cool. I'm down for that.
That's what I saw because they're like because of her. I mean, even if you seen the comic stuff, even her music video has that character, like the animated character.
Right.
It
Well, in the
really
comic
does
book,
it.
she's portraying several different personas of herself, she said. So it's
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
like one character, you know?
Yeah, but just the animation alone, it's just like it's very, it's kind of like manga, fast-paced action kind of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the yeah, that's all I got.
Well, you know what, guys? We'll figure it out, man. When they announce something, I'm sure like an announcement isn't going to be too far away, and we'll cover that on the channel when they say that there's a part 2. I mean, I think that's going to be a given. But when it's actually announced, we'll come back and we'll talk about it and look forward to the review of this with me and Pete and possibly Locke sometime down the road. And until then, just stay tuned from a word from our sponsors. I wonder who that will be. All right, man. Thanks for checking out the video. I love doing these. They're a lot of fun. In fact, J-pop, K-pop is a huge influence over my character, Nyobi, as you can see right here on the screen. She is a J-pop star by day, superhero at night. If you like K-pop, if you like J-pop, if you like comics, if you like all three, come to my eBay store, scan the QR code above my head, or go to Nyobi Comics on ebay.com and pick yourself up some great comic books today.